Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Share My World, baby. I know it's been a while since you guys seen me. I'm sorry, I've been busy up and down. So it's great to see you guys again. Like the new look? You know I know how to work it. You know. So I know I probably owe you guys probably about 2 episodes of my show since you guys haven't seen me in a minute. So I will definitely make sure that I do that for you. I don't know when I'm going to film the next one, but hopefully it'll be sometime in the morning if I'm able to wake myself up the way I'm supposed to wake up every morning. I normally wake up at 9 o'clock, but yeah, lately I've just been having this awful dread of sleeping in. So, who doesn't like sleeping in? It's refreshing. It's lovely. You can be lazy. Is all I hear. And I got 4 kids, so I have a legitimate excuse to be lazy. So, yeah, it's been one of those days, one of those weeks, whatever. So, when was the last time I've actually did a video for you guys? It's been, last week, if I'm not mistaken? So, I'll start off with Sunday. I don't know how many wrestling fans that may be fans of my show or fans of wrestling, but Summerslam has just passed on Sunday, and they made such a humongous big deal about this SummerSlam because of the main event, which was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Mind you how I sounded when I said Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry, you guys, I can't stand the guy. The guy looked like he's on antibiotic steroids. And then the way how he talks, he sounds so arrogant, so thinking he's just like all that in a bag of chips and some more. Please. And you know what the sad thing is? He has a wife who was a former WWE diva. I don't know if you know her, but you probably do. Sable. Yeah, Brock Lesnar and Sable are husband and wife in real life. Seriously? She could have done better. She has a bully for a husband. Yeah, I say more. But yeah. So, I really don't know why they made such a big deal about that match anyway. I mean, I could have sworn that they fought before, and I was wondering what was the big deal about. And then that's when my husband said that, well, Brock Lesnar never lost at SummerSlam. So I'm like, okay, so what is he trying to imitate the streak that The Undertaker was doing all through WrestleMania? So now Brock is calling out SummerSlam? So he never lost. And unfortunately, he didn't lose. He won the dang on belt. I love John Cena and everything. The only thing I have a problem with him with is that he's been working this long, and I really feel that he needs to go take a vacation and come back and rejuvenate himself. I'm just saying. That's just me. The man has been working his ass off. I mean, seriously. If he decided to retire, he ain't got nothing to worry about. His bills will be paid and everything will be all good in the hood. But that's just me. Another match that they were talking about that was developing was Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. Mind see the emphasis on when I said Stephanie McMahon. I'm sorry, the girl looks like a man. You can ask my friends, even my boy Terrence and my hubby, how I sit over there and just roast on her. The woman is just, she got man features. I mean, what woman is built like that, for real? I mean, I can understand a man having muscles and, you know, bulging everywhere on their body. But with her, it's bad enough I see women who do fitness and they got like muscles like a dude and they barely have breasts. Now, Stephanie has fake breasts. Yeah, they're fake. I can tell you how they're fake. Because when I first saw her, her boobs were not that big. And now all of a sudden they went from gumbo to jumbo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish the hell I would get some type of plastic surgery to enhance mine. I like mine very, very much. Thank you very much. So, made a big deal about this match too. Because apparently what happened is that, I don't want to say the wrong pay-per-view because it might be, I think it was Money in the Bank if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the Money in the Bank pay-per-view or whatever. Stephanie and Triple H have been bullying Daniel Bryan because they feel that he's not an A-lister to hold on to the championship belts. So they pretty much just been tormenting him for a long period of time, and Bree somehow had got involved You know, because they're husband and wife. For some reason, when you're husband and wife in real life in the wrestling biz, they want to just put a story together and, you know, put you guys out there or whatever. It's quite obvious. It happens all the time. So they kept picking on him, and then they gave him the choice. You know, neither Bree gets fired or he surrenders the belt. Bree wasn't having it, and she pretty much told Stephanie, "You can't fire me. I quit." So Stephanie is like, "Oh my gosh, like really?" And she's laughing, and then all of a sudden you hear smack right on Stephanie's face. I could have done it better myself, but trust me, people, you wouldn't want me on wrestling, because if I had the obligation to slap her, I'm not just gonna slap her, I'm gonna punch her. Fuck that slap shit. That slap shit is petty. A punch in the face will suffice for me. That's if I was wrestling. But I got a bad back. There's no way in hell I would wrestle. Even if I did get in the wrestling biz, I would probably be better off as a manager, not an actual wrestling person or whatever. But yeah. So after that, pretty much Nikki Bella, her twin, has been, how should I put this, suffering the consequences of her sister's actions. So Stephanie's been putting her through all these little tormented matches and whatnot. And then it led up to Bree being a guest in the audience to watch her sister. Stephanie came out talking smack. Bree called her a bitch, and then Stephanie, of course, slapped Bree in the face. And she got hauled out. And then that same night on Raw, she gets arrested for battery. So, of course, everybody is like all just happy, happy, happy. And I'm sitting over here cracking up like, bitch, that's what you get. You know, but then I think it might have been like the next Raw afterwards. Then Stephanie was trying to sit over here and reason with Bree. And Bree was like, you know what? I want my job back, and I want a match at Summerslam against you. Mind you, Stephanie has not wrestled in a while. I mean, come on. She's been up on Triple H's dick. Duh. Her man's been wrestling. Well, lately he hasn't. He hasn't wrestled since the whole Daniel Bryan fiasco. So he's pretty much just been run around here with his tail between his legs. So, yeah. So, obviously the match was made, and then they had a contract signing, which involves Stephanie hitting Nikki blindsided, Triple H pretty much cock-blocking Bree and helping her sister. And just to make a long story short, Stephanie McMahon wound up pedigreeing both the twins. Except when she does it, it just doesn't look right. So at SummerSlam, the match is on. You know, they're fighting whatever. And mind you, the outfit that Stephanie has on is atrocious. I didn't know they made clothes, especially for hoes. What, we have a Hoes R Us out here now? Looks good on you. Not. Look like a doggone hooker on Wabash in Chicago. I'm sorry, I talked to my husband. He knows everything about Chicago, so hey. But the twist was, Nikki came down. So I'm thinking that her and her sister going to team up to take out Stephanie so that Bree can pin her and win the match. No, instead, Nikki hits her sister and winds up helping Stephanie win the match against her sister. I don't know why I'm shocked, because I already read in an article somewhere online that they were considering having Nikki go back heel. She's been heel before. Both of the Bella twins have been heel. But I guess it's been a while since any of the twins have been heel. So Nikki went heel. So that was wow. Seriously. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins had a match as well. Now Dean had this match won, and he would have won had Kane didn't get involved. Yeah, y'all know who Kane is, big red freaking monster, Undertaker's brother, whatever, you know how it goes. Yeah, he pretty much got involved. It was a lumberjack match, so it's like all the superstars were out around the ring, you know, one comes out, throw him back in, whatever, that's how it goes. So he would have won that match had there not been any interference. And what was the next match? I think it was Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. If I'm not mistaken, I think Roman Reigns won that match. And it's about time, because I mean Roman Reigns, when I first saw him, he kind of reminded me of one of those, like, kind of like Fabio. Y'all know who Fabio is. You know, the guy that who's in those like romance novels, and he's always posing with his freaking shirt undone, holding a damsel in distress type person. He kind of reminded me of somebody that writes like romance novels. That's what he reminded me of. But I am happy that he branched off from the Shield, because I feel that he can, you know, go out on his own and do his own thing, whatever, and hopefully win the title belt. As far as going up against Brock Lesnar for the belt, I don't know if you're ready for that yet. I don't know. You need to take at least about another year or two, Roman Reigns, and then I'll come back. We'll come back to you on that one. Yeah. What other matches did they have besides the one I told you? We had The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship belt. The Miz gets on my nerves. And yeah, he is also married to a former WWE diva, and she was a Divas champion as well. Maryse, the French Canadian. They're actually married in real life. I mean, I like her page. She got wedding pictures of her and her man, her little boo-boo bear getting married. Yeah, I can't stand The Miz anyway. He's annoying as hell. And now ever since he did the Marine again, he thinks he's Mr. Hotshot. Boy, please, I think the first one that John Cena was in was a lot more preferable than the one that you're in. Whatever. As you can clearly see, The Miz was the champion. He lost to Dolph. So that's something good. The next one was Paige versus AJ Lee for the Divas Championship. Now, mind you, AJ had held the title belt for a good long period of time. She even got it tattooed on the back of her neck, which I really think is stupid, but I guess it's a memory she will carry on for the rest of her life to know. But she's been the Divas champ for a long time, and pretty much all the Divas that she ever went up against, they didn't get the job done, so none of them was able to get the Divas belt from her. So one night, again, AJ came out talking smack, talking about she's the Divas division, she's the best diva in the world, and all this other mess. She's married to another superstar. I'm sorry, I'm into wrestling. I have to know these things. She's married to CM Punk. And what does my husband call her? Punk bitch. That's Punk bitch. I still can't believe he came up with that. That was clever. It really was clever. But like I said, she came out talking smack, and then all of a sudden we hear this music, and I'm like, well, who the heck is this coming out? And all of a sudden it's this girl from Newridge, England. Her name's Paige. Kind of reminds me of like a gothy type look, whatever she's going for. She came out to congratulate AJ. AJ wasn't having it, whatever, and she decided to put her title on the line against Paige. She almost won the match, but then Paige countered and gave her the Paige Turner. When she did that, she won the belt. And I think she was champion, Divas champ for about 82, 85 days. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. So she came out and was talking about, she's here to stay. She ain't going nowhere, whatever. And then all of a sudden, AJ comes back. Because after Paige took the belt from AJ, AJ was gone. Reason being because she was getting married. So that was the whole catch on that one. So AJ came back and wanted to challenge Paige for the Divas champ, which she did, and she won it. Just like that. So then all of a sudden you see Paige just, kissing AJ's ass all of a sudden. I'm like, well, why are you kissing her ass? I would have thought you would have been furious that she just came out of nowhere and took the belt. But I guess turnabout is fair play because she did it to her or whatever. But, the weeks go by, Paige is talking about, me and AJ are best friends and all this other mess. We cool like that and whatever. And then one night, Paige just caught her off guard and was like, I told you this is my house. So she pretty much was fooling her, playing this role like, we all good, we friends, we frenemies, all this other crap. I'm sorry. Seeing that whole storyline, I'm sorry. What am I thinking here? I smell a Trish Stratus, Mickie James sequel, and it's not good. That's what I'm seeing. So at SummerSlam, it was AJ versus Paige for the belt, and of course, Paige won, and she's the Divas champ again. So I don't know what's going to happen as far as with the storyline. I was hoping that they was going to have a rivalry anyway, so I got my wish on that one because there was really nobody else that I could have seen Paige even have a rivalry with but AJ. So it was perfect, good timing, whatever. There was a flag match. It was Rusev versus Jack Swagger. It was a flag match. Now, mind you, I didn't understand why they call it a flag match. See, what I'm thinking when you say a flag match, I'm thinking y'all gonna have like the American flag over here and the Russian flag over here. And I'm thinking the two of y'all just gonna take the flags and just probably like play like this Hungar type crap or whatever. and try to, you know, weaken each other with your flag or whatever, and then you win. No, it was just a regular wrestling match, I guess, to see who's more dominant, Russia or US of A. And unfortunately, Rusev had won. So all I saw was this huge flag from Russia. Mind you, Russian flag is red, white, and blue, just like the American flag. It's just that ours is a lot more detailed than the Russian flag. The Russian flag is stripes. Red stripe, white stripe, blue stripe. That's it. Unlike ours, which we have red stripes, white stripes, a blue box with white stars. Like I said, we're more detailed with our flag, not theirs. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that department with the wrestling thing. I did tell you I was going to keep you updated on my wrist. I did have my MRI, ladies and gentlemen, on my wrist. Unfortunately, I had to make an appointment to get the results to figure out what's going on. So I don't know how long I will be out of work again. I was hoping that they would have told me what the results was when I had my MRI, but I guess that's not going to happen. You know, I'm not rich. I'm not one of those people that's going to get get my answers right then and there when I want to. I got to wait and do it the hard way. That's life for you, don't you think? So, I don't know what's going to happen, with me as far as with work. I don't know if it's going to boil down to it just being my husband working and just me just being the stay-at-home mom. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out, to say the least. But is there anything else I have to update you guys on? Actually, yeah. Definitely next year, sometime next year, my family and I are going to be moving. We're definitely going to be moving. I don't care what anyone says, we're going to move. Because being over here is a drag. It is depressing. It is ridiculous. It's so immature. I'll just say it like that. It's ridiculous. But, in the end, I really just feel we need to go. Because it's getting redundant. It's getting ridiculous for real. Because I can't stand being over here. People over here don't know how to keep themselves. They don't appreciate what they have. You associate yourself with people that are nothing but trouble, and you are putting yourself in jeopardy of losing your voucher or whatever. Unlike me and my family, we actually cherish what we have. It may not be what we want, but it's still a roof over our head. I can't ask for nothing more, nothing less. But what I will say is that I actually care about what is going down. So, yeah, that's a done deal right there. And, oh, yes, and there's definitely something else I have to tell you guys. Another reason why you haven't heard from me also because I have been typing on my stories. Yes, people, I am still typing on Alter. I'm not going to stop doing that. It's a lie. It's a sci-fi story, so it's going to take a minute. Definitely. But I have started on another project, which I call it The Chronicles of Temptation. Yeah, I got to thank my boy T for that title, because he came up with that title. So, thank you, bro. But, I got my inspiration from Zane, because she does write the, erotic stories and whatnot, so she inspired me to give it a try, and I did. The only difference between me and her is that I try to have my titles a little bit more different from hers, I guess you can say. I want to be a little bit more creative with title-wise. So, I came up with some really interesting titles, I guess I might as well tell you. One of them is it's called a Midnight Rendezvous. I guess that is pretty self-explanatory, but you don't know what the rendezvous is. This one, people still don't know where my mind was, but whatever. Cock in the pit. If you don't know what that means, then you're slow. So that's another one. 3 flavors of coffee. I mean, it's quite obvious, people. It's about a threesome. There's another one that I've typed up. Oh, yeah, the role playground. Role play. Go figure. And some other ones. I just actually got done typing up this one. This is an idea that came from my boy Victor's girl, Natasha. She gave me this title. Because I originally called it the Pussy Squad, but she came up with something clever, and it's called Deep, Pink, and Sweet Squad. I just finished typing that up yesterday, so I'm very, very happy. I got to type on some more today. I have another one called Ready, Wet, Go. And then I have another one called Let's Be On. And if you put it all together, I'm pretty much saying lesbian, you know, lesbian. Yeah. So I'm trying to be very creative in that department when it comes to these titles. It's a little difficult, but in the end, I know for a fact that this is going to work out. So yeah, I hope everything does work out to the fullest extent right now. But until then, you guys, I guess there's nothing more to be said or done. But I miss you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been around to do my other videos. So I definitely owe you guys like 2 or 3 videos. So I owe you 2 more after this. But I miss you guys. I'm sorry I haven't seen me. I'll let you know the updates on wrestling, my books, and everything else. And I will definitely keep you guys posted. Hopefully you guys will see me tomorrow. Well, definitely you'll see me tomorrow. Not no hopefully. So until then, thank you for watching another episode of Share My World. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.